All right. Hey, how y'all doing? Yo, about to get it in again. Real serious subject matter. About to smash. That's what we do. Tom Walk Tony, African American Africans. 8-4 Truth. Cow season is over. About to get busy. So I'm just getting it ready right now. Please pardon me while I get it ready. You just need a few moments of your time, you know what I mean? A few moments of your time. You know what I mean? Feel free to comment, like, share, whatever you want to do. I appreciate y'all presence. At the end of the day, I appreciate y'all presence. That's what it means to me. All right? So we're gonna do it like this real quick. Tom Walk Tony plus Phoenix Moon. You know what I mean? Phoenix Moon will be joining us. You know what I'm saying? Yo, looking forward to Phoenix presence on this subject, man. This subject is real funky, y'all. Miscegenation and usurpation. We about to get into it. Yo. We live. That's all I gotta say about it. We live. You know what I'm saying? Here's the link. Oh man, that's not the link. Give me one moment while I get the link together. Get the link together like right now. Here's a link right there. Slam it. Chuck, about to get it in. Much appreciation to everybody, all our American people. Appreciation to you all. You know what I mean? I'm out of here for now. Yeah, let me go ahead and get into it. I'll go ahead and let's get it started.
A4 Media, all rights reserved. How are we gonna do it? No way! How are we gonna do it? No way! How are we gonna do it? No way!
Hello? What's up, girls? Ain't nothing. This nigga in here stressing, talking that old off the wall, back to African shit again. What? That guy body shit? Yeah, that dumb shit. I'm trying to get up out of here. I hear that.
But you're not black. Remember, we only kill black people. Yeah, we only kill black people, right? They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians. They don't look like Indians.
He gonna get this work. He gonna get this work. He gonna get this work.
Got no strings. I've got no strings, so I have fun. I'm not tied up to anyone. They got strings, but you can see there are no strings on me.
He gonna get this work. He gonna get this work. He gonna get this work.
We're part of an international organization, Mr. Welch. Some of the greatest thinkers in the world believe social scientists must be allowed to study human behavior unfettered by conventional concepts. And believe me, we've learned an incredible amount about the human mind and behavior since we started these experiments. I want to ask you a question, and that is, what is in your life's blueprint? This is the most important and crucial period of your lives, for what you do now and what you decide now at this age may well determine which way your life shall go.
I wanna know what's going on, baby. Yes, I wanna know what's going on right now. Oh, what's going on? Tell
know. All right.
The movement, if it wanted to, but it has gotten into the possession of a man who's become senile in his old age and perhaps doesn't realize it. And then he has surrounded himself by his children who are now in power and want nothing but luxury and security and comfort and will do anything to safeguard their own interests. So I feel responsible for having played a major role in developing a criminal organization. It was not a criminal organization at the outstart. It was an organization that had the power, the spiritual power, to reform the criminal. And this is what you have to understand. As long as that strong spiritual power was in the movement, it gave the moral strength to the believer that would enable him to rise above all his negative tendencies. I know for a fact that there is a conspiracy between the Muslims and the Lincoln Rockwell Nazi and also the Ku Klux Klan. There is a conspiracy.
Describe this conspiracy.
Well, the Ku Klux Klan made a deal, yes, when I said that no one can clean up our home but us, and that we will clean it up, including and no one should control it but us, including the politics. What do I mean? I mean exactly that. Community intends to get involved in every kind of action that's going on in New York City. We don't intend to let anybody downtown influence us in any way, shape, or form. We want the influence to come from Harlem and from other Harlems around the country. Now, this doesn't mean we're anti-outside of Harlem. This doesn't mean we're anti-Bronx or anti-White Plains or anti-white or anti-German or anything like that. But it means we're pro-Harlem. We're pro-ourselves. We want to start doing something for ourselves. That's all it means. It means that we want to stop begging you for your school. We want you to get out of the way and let us straighten out the schools in Harlem.
He gonna get this swamp. He gonna get this swamp. He gonna get this swamp.
But you're not black. Remember, we only kill black people. Yeah, we only kill black people, right?
A4 Media. All rights reserved. A4 Media. All rights reserved.
Yo, let's get into it. Yo, Phineas just let me know she's gonna be with us in a hot minute. You know. Let me put the live feed real quick. See what it's looking like. It's in a hot minute. You know, put this on mute. Copper Empress, Halito, how you doing? Yeah, I'm over here multitasking. All right, so this was going on, y'all. As you see, the title is Miscegenation and Usurpation. Now, those of you that are familiar with what I do, all right, I begin with definitions. I like to begin with definitions. We got to know what we're talking about. Miscegenation and usurpation is the title, right? Let's define miscegenation. The interbreeding of people considered to be of different racial types. Very simple. Very simple definition there. You see what it is right there. Breakdown of the Latin. See how it was used once upon a time ago and then how it was increased over time. This is based on Google. This is Google's definition here. Dimensions, if you will. Dimensions, it says over here, mentions. I don't know if you see the cursor, but these are the mentions. I just clicked on it. Miscegenation. dimension has increased. Not even by a whole point. Not even about 1%, a solid 1%. Currently is at around 600, approaching 700, but by barely. Miscegenation. The definition of it being what? The interbreeding of people considered to be of different racial types. Okay? Now let's look at usurpation. Usurpation means taking someone's power or property by force, locking the teacher outside of the classroom, taking charge of math class is a form of usurpation. When Shakespeare's Macbeth kills King Duncan and replaces him by usurping the throne, this is an act of usurpation. Well, let's go to, what's this, dictionary.com? That's from vocabulary.com, what I just read. Go with dictionary.com definition. An act of usurping, wrongful or illegal encroachment, infringement, or seizure. Illegal seizure and occupation of a throne. Usurping. Let's go ahead and look up what usurping means. Because usurpation is the act of doing something. Although it's a noun, usurp is the verb. All right? Usurp, to seize and hold a position, office, power, etc., by force or without legal right. Emphasis on legal right. To use without authority or right, employ wrongfully. To commit forcible or illegal seizure of an office, power, etc., encroach. So now we're going to go to encroach. Let's define encroach. Encroachment. An act or instance of encroaching. Anything taken by encroaching. So now we're going to go to encroaching. Encroach is a verb. Okay? Please pardon the ads. I don't have my ad blocker on this current browser. Encroach, verb. To advance beyond proper, established, or usual limits. Make gradual inroads. A dictatorship of the majority is encroaching on the rights of the individual. To trespass upon the property, domain, or rights of another, especially stealthily or by gradual advances. I need y'all to know what I be talking about. I need y'all to know what I be talking about. What I share with you, this is what's going on. Next up is usurp. Miscegenation and usurpation is the title. Miscegenation and usurpation, it is serious subject matter. Let's continue. Usurp. This is a word. This is a verb, pardon me. To seize and hold a position, office, power, etc. by force or without legal right. Damn, hold the fuck up. Did we just read that shit over here somewhere? Oh, am I bugging? Oh, please pardon me. Okay. I might be a little redundant right now. Thing is, I really want to emphasize usurpation via miscegenation. Miscegenation, by definition, means the interbreeding of people. Now, there's a strategy of war that has been applied for so many centuries in the old world being the Eastern Hemisphere. Here in America, we are the Western Hemisphere. All right? So I gathered these images here. You can look this up, Dravidians and Aryans. Dravidians and Aryans. You can look this up yourselves. Let's take a look-see here. First picture. The Dravidians' roots of Aryan. What exactly is this? Now, what we can pay attention to here in this image here, all right, let's open this image in a new tab. Let me do it big so everyone can see it. Okay, so they say the Aryans are in the north and the Dravidians are in the south. But once upon a time ago, the Dravidians occupied that entire landmass over there. Well, just that region of that landmass. Now, let's be a little specific here. Let's get a little definitive, if you will. Let's look up Asia. Okay, you got some images here, map images here. Let's do this one big. Hold on, they got bigger ones. Here's a bigger one. Here's a bigger one. You see? So they call it India, but India was not always India. And when you speak to people from that place and you acknowledge them as Dravidians, Hindustan, Bharat, they will respond to you in a very certain way. I've received response from those people from that country here in America as shocked and surprised by the fact that I know that their land is Hindustan and Bharat. Now we can advance as well here. Hold on, I gotta check this message real quick, y'all. My apologies. See what's going on. Okay. Not what I mentioned there. Whatever. Yeah, Phoenix Moon supposed to be live with us also. Much appreciation to Phoenix. You know, y'all know Phoenix work. You know, Phoenix, she got that work. You know what I mean? Phoenix don't be fucking around. And you know, A4, African American Africans, A4 Truth, the whole unit. Oh man, we love our people all day. But now, what I want to do right now is I want to show you something here. Real simple question coming up very soon. Bharat. Bharat. Okay? We'll look up Bharat. Bharat, India. Let's do that. Let's do that. Bharat, India. Names for India. Okay, now I do not prefer Wikipedia as a source, but for the sake of time, let's just go ahead and do it. Names for India. The names for India. The name of Indian language is in Bharata, after the Emperor Bharata. Okay, so I'm going to go and open up the Emperor Bharata. I'm opening up another one. And now, as I said in the previous presentations, I'm all about full disclosure. I am all about full disclosure. Our American people have not gotten full disclosure from none of these foreigners. Bharat, all of this is foreign to us. This is foreign to America. It's foreign to Americans. I need our American people to be very clear on this. The foreigners are very clear on this. Okay? Now, so there's an emperor by the name of Bharata. What's up with Bharata? Bharat, Bharat, Bharata, Bharatam, Bharat, Bharat, Bharata, what have you. Okay? But this was an emperor here, right? So how come the emperor has all these different names? Oh shit, look at this. Now we have deities. Now we have deities. Bharata Ramayana, son of Dasharatha, a character in the Ramayana. Do you see how this goes with these people? Okay. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not gonna go into a whole lot of detail about it. But with the foreigners, I will just say this in summary. With the foreigners, their rulers are deities. I can pull up King Ferdinand letter to Taino Arawak Indians again. Well, it will say blatantly in there that Pope is king of the universe. If I'm buying, I'm flying. If I'm buying, I'm flying. Let's pull it up. King Ferdinand letter to Taino Arawak Indians, man. I need y'all to know what's going on here. I'm gonna zoom in. We'll zoom in. Here we go. He was named Pope, which means admirable and greatest father, governor of all men. Wow. Those who lived at that time obeyed St. Peter as Lord and superior king of the universe. But hold on. Here it says right above here, right over here. It says right here, God chose St. Peter as leader of mankind, regardless of their law, sect, or belief. This isn't a letter that was written to our people. So anyway, I've already presented this. Feel free to research it at your convenience so you can know and have clarity on the subject. Now, in regards to miscegenation and usurpation, let me be very, very clear. The definition says it all. The interbreeding of people considered to be of a different racial type. Part 1. Okay, so that's the first thing you keep in mind. To usurp, to seize and to hold a position, office, power, etc., by force or without legal right. That's to usurp. Usurpation is the act of doing it. Although a verb is an action word, thing is, though, once you are engaged in usurpation, you're engaged in it, now it becomes a noun. You're doing something. Let's take it back. The interbreeding, the mixing of people of different racial types. The interbreeding of people considered to be of different racial types. Okay? Mothers and daughters. Larnell, how you doing? Alito. How do you feel about this miscegenation situation here? The interbreeding of people considered to be of different racial types. How do you feel about that? I believe I shared with you all the definition of a human. In my opinion, just my opinion, like I said, I'm not a leader, I'm not a teacher. I don't think it'd be none of those things. I simply ask very simple questions. I am not of an animal. You're excellent. Very good. Happy to hear that. I'm very happy to hear that. I totally disagree with miscegenation. I appreciate you for that, because I disagree with it as well. I disagree with it as well. Let it be what it is. I disagree with it. And you know what I mean? Those that know me, they know I disagree with it. It's that simple. But what about usurpation, Lionel? Let me ask you. Have you heard, let's take it you just joined us, but have you heard the definition of usurpation? Are you able to see how miscegenation and usurpation goes together? Because I want to show y'all some shit. Did you hear the definition of usurpation? Because I can run it back. You did? Okay. So now, let me ask you. Do you see how miscegenation and usurpation goes together as strategies of war? Can you see it? I mean, this shit is funky, man. This shit is real funky. I mean, we got people that be running around like, you can love anybody. Okay, so love anybody. Okay. Like, what's that? I haven't seen the definition. Okay, all right, about the definition right now. Usurpation. This is all, as you see, this is dictionary.com right here. To seize and hold a position, office, power, etc., by force or without legal right. That is to usurp. Oh shit, we got Phoenix ready, y'all. Y'all ready for Phoenix? Da, 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 da. Yo, Phoenix. Oh, my bad. Oh, I gotta let her know. About to shoot the invite. About to shoot the invite now. Much appreciation. Yeah. You got the definition though, right? Just logged on. You catch the definition though? Go and add Phoenix real quick. Shit. How the fuck do I? Goddamn, I do this shit like every time, man. Damn, yo. Like, how the fuck do you add? Yo, chat, group chat. Nah, man, I'm not trying to do a group chat. I'm trying to add somebody. Oh shit, hold on, y'all. This is what I'm gonna do real quick. I'm gonna stop it real quick, and then we're gonna resume in that hot minute. Oh shit, this shit fucking. Okay, nah, we got it. We good. We good. All right, back to screen share. There we go. Stop the screen share. That's all I did. All I did was stop the screen share. My apologies. Yup. I'll get this thing popping. Yeah, Ma, I just sent you the link. Just sent the link. Let's get it in. All right. Yo, so when you combine the terms, because I'm about to correlate, I'm about to show y'all how the terms were correlated. Remember, these are not American words like this. This shit is not of our ancestral language. It is not of our American language. We don't do shit like that, man. Like, that shit is devious. That shit is wicked. To mix with someone so that you can take power? Because that's essentially when you combine the definitions, that's what it means. And this is why I've been saying for quite some time, since I became aware of this shit. I'm in my 30s right now. I became aware of this in my 20s. What's going on? God damn it, I'm getting too many things. I became aware of this in my 20s, man. And I'll tell you, yeah, it's some bullshit. It's some straight up down bullshit when you have people you think you in love with that's only in love with you so they can pretty much pillage what you have, because that's essentially what it ties into. To take power. Hold on, let's go back to usurp. Okay. To seize and hold a position, office, power, etc. by force or without legal right. Okay, the primary one I want to focus on right here is legal right. Let's define legal right. Fuck it, let's define right. Righter, rightist, in accordance with what is good, proper, or just, in conformity with fact, reason, truth, or some standard of principle, correct, corrected judgment, opinion, or action. Wow. That kind of shit. That kind of shit. So now, when we have people that be mixing, do they know what they be mixing with? Do they know? Are they thinking? Are they cognizant? Are they aware of what's going on? Because, wow, you could be in love. Infatuation and love are two different things, by the way. But we have people that be infatuated because, like, you know, let me tell you this real quick. Have you ever seen, let me just ask you this. This is a question, rather. Have you ever seen someone that was married for like 5 minutes, aka 6 months, a year, versus knowing that your peoples was together for like 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, 100 years. Your peoples was together for so long that now all of a sudden we dealing with some 6 months to fucking within 5 years, marriage is over? What kind of shit is that? I mean, that's a question I have as a man. I'm not a man that, you know what? I can introduce the subject matter of marriage as well, without a problem. I can introduce the subject matter of marriage as well. Hey, Lonell Bivens, would you like to join the discussion? Yo, shoot your email address. Shoot your email address if you feel like being public. If you want to be public, you know what I'm saying? If you want to join the conversation, you know what I mean? You're more than welcome. I would like to have your feedback. I always invite people to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? If you have a third party email, like not something which is immediately associated with you, that would be great as well. You know, something that's used for public purpose versus something that's used for private purpose. If you have a public purpose email address, I would like your feedback. You know what I'm saying? And I have no problem sending you an invite. Not at all. But this right here is miscegenation. Hold on. I accepted it and got booed. What the fuck? Send again. What the fuck? How'd you get the... Hey, yo. How did that happen? Yo, Phoenix, I don't know if you're watching right now. I don't know how that happened. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna stop screen sharing real quick. I'm about to add Phoenix again. I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. Like you got some blocks on us, man. 1492 Phoenix at Gmail. Yo, this shit's crazy. I don't know what's up. Please pardon me for doing it live. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? I'm new to this. Got it. No, they're not. Word. Hold on, man. I'm trying to get all of this loaded up. I'm not a media guy. I'm not a media guy at all. I mean, yo, we just had you know, Buck Wallum live with us the other night. You know what I mean? I don't know what's up. I mean, what, they want to fuck with us? You got options to fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to even get into it like that, yo. I mean, I'm just trying to fucking share information, man. I encourage awareness. That's all I do. Tomahawk Tony, I encourage awareness. That's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And I say Cowboy season is over because, like, dead ass for me, man. Yo, Cowboy season is over, man. I ain't trying to see this shit. I ain't with the shit. I don't fuck with that shit. And like, yo, we need to know what's going on, yo. Miscegenation and usurpation, that's what the fuck has been happening, yo. These are old strategies of war. And I'm about to show y'all how old it is, man. I'm really about to show you how old it is. Yo, I don't know what's up, man. Like, Phoenix supposed to be with us, like, right now, man. Might gotta divert to somebody else's channel, man. Maybe they don't fuck with me because I'm Tomahawk Tony. I don't fucking know, man. I ain't trying to speculate like that, but I mean, this shit is weird. You know, they got voice recognition like a motherfucker right now, too. But I'm gonna keep rocking, though. Let's keep it rocking, man. I'll run it back when Phoenix come online. But take a look at this real quick. Observe this real quick. So now, here we have, these are people from North India. These are people from South India. Quote unquote, North India and South India. Who are the original people of India? Who are they? The ones in the north, the ones in the south. Who are the original people? And you see this color chart here. You see 3000 BC at the bottom. So the people at the quote unquote bottom, because this is a caste system here. This is a caste system that is present. Dang. Okay, so the Aryans wear the turbans, as we see the Dravidians do not wear turbans. They don't cover their heads. Completely different attire. The people at the quote unquote bottom of this image here, they look like natural people to me. I don't know. Now we can get some shit about India, but that's not my purpose right now. I don't want to get into the political situation. I don't want to get into the, I don't want to get into all of that shit. But I just want to show you that there is a distinction between the two people before I continue. Yo, where is Phoenix, yo? Where is Phoenix? Hold on, I'm still live? Okay, stop broadcast, screen share, da 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 da. Hold on, man. Let me let her know again, man. Man, fuck it. Let me just call. Shit crazy. Hey, ma, how you doing? Hey, check it out. Yo, did you get the link to the live? Oh shit. Oh shit. Are you doing it from the same Gmail account though? Okay. If you're doing it for the same Gmail, that might be causing conflict though. Because Google and YouTube the same shit. You know what I mean? Oh shit, 518 Nish. All right, I'm about to do that right now. 518 Nish. NISH at Gmail. All right, about to do that right now. Yeah. I do you, man. Shit, we live like a motherfucker though. Enjoy you. All right, so yeah, I just shot it. You should get it right now and shit. Yo, I'm looking so we can lock and load it so we can keep it rocking. You know what I mean? So like when you live and shit, yo, just say what you want to say and shit so we can keep it moving. You know what I mean? All right, be good. Yep. All right, y'all. Basically, pardon the delay. And yo, they blocking out channels like a motherfucker. All right. Now, we dealing with a certain quality information here. We're not dealing with that organized confusion.
Halito.
Yo, Phoenix.
How you doing?
What's good? How you doing?
Chema Chukma.
Yeah, chukma. Let's go.
I was listening to Miscegenation. You breaking down the I don't know where you left off at. I was having some difficulties.
It's all good. I let them know, man. They trying to block channels and shit.
Yeah, you already know.
You know what I mean? You're trying to block channels, man. But yo, man, our energy alive and well. You know what I mean?
That's just the truth. That is the absolute truth.
Che, what you were saying about miscegenation though?
You know, just the run around and the flip flop, and you know, uh, mostly that was a really strategic operation from the conquering parties, the invaders and the interlopers. You know, I don't know. I think I'm gonna tell you where we at today. It's pretty obvious where we were before, but I'm gonna tell you where we at today. Fashion the women you mate with after your mother's nationality. That's just it.
Well, what your mother is.
That is correct. That is correct.
Therefore, matriarchy over patriarchy by law.
Right.
And this is old law. This is old law. It ties in the definition of a human as well in canon law. Hey, Phoenix, have you had a chance to get a canon law?
Yes, canon law. I was that was in that class a couple of years ago. Canon law, you know, ecclesiastical. I'm still not understanding how a lot of these people are having a hard time, you know, with the Bible still, and not getting all the real jewels out of it in regards to controlling your straw, you know, and handling your business.
Well, the subject matter of law eludes some people. You know what I mean? Because you got there's a different law is dimensional. Okay, you got universal, natural, and universal. In my opinion, ties into divine law, if you will, right? Whereas basically you do the fuck you want to do as long as you maintain natural as long as you uphold the qualities of life, man. It's in simplicity. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not violating life. That's what I would say. Okay.
Right. Right.
But then now you got some shit called common law, which is up under natural law. And so and if I'm saying it incorrectly, because you've been dealing with law longer than I've been dealing with law. Like I've been dealing with law on some other shit. And I'm not like where you are with law. Like you're the shit in my mind. You're the shit. So like in regards to natural and common law, and the child being what the mother is, all right. And we can show y'all the citations of that as well, because that's what I do on my channel. I'll show y'all the citations as well. I'm just not going to talk some shit and leave motherfuckers in the wind like, what are you talking about? But
Exactly. We
right
show and prove and provide sources.
the child, this is law. The child inherits, I hope I'm saying this correctly. Hope I'm typing it correctly. The child inherits the status of the mother. I hope I'm typing that in correctly. Okay, so partus sequitur ventrum. It was derived from the Roman civil law. It held that the social status of a child follows the status of his or her mother. Okay, so now, see, this is why I like Wikipedia, because it gives you some really simple shit. And now I'm gonna take that simple shit, and you see, I'm copy and pasting here. Open up a new tab, and I'm gonna paste that shit. All right. Now we're gonna do. Oh, look at that shit. Look. I just copy and pasted partus sequitur ventrum or ventrum, 1662. Right. It gives us a date. It gives us definition, slavery, 1662, law, significance. So let's just deal with the law right now. Let's deal with the law. Takes us back to Wikipedia. Let's try to find. You know what? Blood, truth, and consequences. Oh shit, it's Oxford. This is Oxford right here. Let's pull up Oxford. Because Oxford is English. That's that British shit right there. Let's go back just a little bit though. Oh shit, hold on. Shit button. Hold on, I did click on law. I did select the law option. Okay. See what's up. And look at the picture they got on this cover here. Look at this picture here. Are you able to see this shit? Do y'all see that shit? Family money. Hold on, we're gonna zoom in on this motherfucker. It says family money, prosperity, race, and literature in the 19th century. That's a brown-skinned boy with curly hair, short curly hair. He has a mini fro. And there's a what appears to be a Caucasoid female around the same age as him, who has her arm under his arm. And this is a book by a Jeffrey A. Clymer. Y'all should be able to see this. I believe I'm doing screen share. Let me just verify screen share right now. Yep, screens are shared. Screen is being shared. All right. So now, let me zoom out again. Back to 100%. Okay, so it says here, Jeffrey A. Clymer says, Chapter 2 examines the relationship between the law of partus sequitur ventrum, which decreed that a child's legal status derived from the mother, and the notion that racial identity was genealogically determined and expressed by black or white blood. This chapter argues in, all right, before I even proceed, we're dealing with color codes here, people. Color code is not accurate when it comes to America and Americans, in my opinion. Hey, Phoenix, how you feel about color codes?
It happened. It's only really here that it's been an issue of political oppression. We've been under some intense oppression as a result of it. But the people ahead of us haven't really, not the civil rights activists, not all of them, the ones that are still alive that have switched over to that other side, and I always say shame on them, the John Lewises, and they know what it's about. They know what it's about firsthand, and they're still here with us firsthand. They know what it's about, and they're not doing anything to correct the condition. So this is where we're at with it, and that's our job, and that's just an assignment that we've been given.
Absolutely, and that right there ties back into miscegenation. Definition of miscegenation: the interbreeding. And now, for me, in my mind, and bear with me, y'all. Hey, Phoenix, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Am I fucked up in my mind when I be like, yo, miscegenation is the interbreeding of thought, the interbreeding of spirit, the interbreeding of, let's say, personality or one's being with something of another quote unquote racial type?
No, I would say the same thing. It was very serious. This is why, even back in the colonial days, in 1600s, they had laws that people weren't doing that, and a lot of folks have no way of telling because of the way that they classified the people at the time. And the way that they misclassified people at the time. Virginia passed 2 laws that pertained specifically to women that were slaves or indentured servants. Okay, and any illegitimate children that they may have had. And if they produced any children by their masters, they were going to be punished and have to do 2 extra years of servitude with the church wardens. So a lot of times the church handed out the prison assignments. Okay, so after those terms were over with their masters, this is how they were sent out on parole assignments, community service, things of that nature. So again, there's so many things encompassed in our history here in America that people aren't aware of, and the law would read that each woman servant got by with child by her master shall after her time by indenture or custom is expired B, by the church wardens of the parish where she lived when she was brought to the bed of such bastards, sold for 2 years.
Oh,
So it wasn't, and then the other law said for specifically for Negro or mulatto women who have the effect on continuance of slavery, especially after the slave was abolished, the future descendants of the women also would have issues too, but it would, the condition would follow the same way. So, for example, and if you go to the Library of Congress, there is, let's see. It's a section on slavery and indentured servants, says the article. Here it is. Okay, so Negro women to serve according to the condition of the mother, whereas some doubts have arisen whether children got by an Englishman upon a Negro woman should be slave or free. Be it therefore enacted and declared by this present Grand Assembly that all children born in this country shall be held bond or free only according to the condition of the mother, and that if any Christian shall commit fornication with a Negro man or woman, he or she so offended shall pay double the fines imposed by the former act. So there, I don't, there was a little cheating and stuff on the side, but it wasn't all this rape and stuff like that because the men were responsible for these children.
Hey, yo, we about to go somewhere. I'm about to go somewhere real quick for clarity. I don't even treaty with the United States.
Right.
With the United States. With the United States. Here we go.
And also, let me just mention, even in the West, miscegenation laws were forbidden. Because they said that the English masters had little regard for indentured servants that were of non-Anglo ethnic groups. So this is where these people started coming politically, and it still took them over 150 years before the things actually changed for them. They were slaves and they were indentured servants when they got here. They were slaves in their own land and slaves in their own country, and had a period of time to be banned here as on penal colonies.
That's right. That is absolutely right. God damn it. I'm trying to find that treaty. What was it? Treaty of 1864 5. Choctaw Treaty.
66.
There we have it. 1866. Now, let's get this very, very clear here. Okay, so we have full text here. No. 1866. Hey, I don't want to click on those other links. Constitutional laws of Choctaw Nation. That might be something to pull up. I'm going to pull it up. You know what? I know I got it downloaded, but I'm gonna have to go through my directories to find it. But it said there's a distinction made between the Africans. In one section, it's saying the Africans are not our American people. And it also said in section 4, in article 4 of the same treaty of 1866, that there shall never be a distinction made between the Indian and the Negro. Phoenix, am I saying that correctly?
That's right.
And so now, when you go to 1866 via your genealogy, because I encourage awareness, you need to be aware of your people. You need to be aware of your people. You need to know what you come from. Know what your people mixed with. Because miscegenation is the interbreeding of people considered to be of different racial types, as it says right here when you just type in a word, miscegenation. MISCEGENATION. The interbreeding of people considered to be of different racial types. Yo, our ancestors put in a certain quality of work where they said there shall never be a distinction made between the Indian and the Negro. Because that is the truth of the matter. However, the word Negro is foreign. Even the word Indian is foreign. However, we have legal leverage. Phoenix, I'm not good with going to court. I'm looking forward to going to court. I gotta wage some fucking courtroom battles real soon. But is this leverage in court? Yo, Phoenix. Hey, yo, what happened?
I'm here. I apologize. Absolutely, it could be used as leverage. I'm not, I probably won't go into detail on what situation, because and I'm gonna say this particularly because there's a lot of people that are thinking that this is going to be some get out of jail free card, right? With some of the information and some of the stuff that we drop and present to people. But I need them to know that it's going to be um, a time and a place where you're going to need to know what you need to know. You gotta excuse me, my phone is jinking right now. It's Friday, the family comes over and everybody has a fish fry and they want to know if I'm here.
Hey, yo, can you take a picture of that fish?
And the 420, and they want to talk about the 420 and stuff like that, posts and all that. So, excuse my phone.
Yo, you're good. I appreciate you. You already know, man. And I'm sure everybody appreciates you here. Currently, it's 4 people watching. All right. Yo, because each 4 of you people that's watching, press 1 to show appreciation for Phoenix right now. That'll be appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Tri-CD, you appreciate it. Black Conscious Fraud Committee, you appreciate it. Kelly Sex Stories. Damn, Kelly Sex Stories. What the fuck? Okay, all right. You got Latrice, Lonell. We got Copper Empress present too. Yo,
Alito, beloved.
Yo, Terry Bow. Terry Bow's fresh. Terry Bow. Yeah. Press 1. Yo, press 1 for Phoenix right now, man. There we go. That's what's up, man.
Halito, beloveds.
Yeah, that kind of shit. Like, yo, all right. Hey, yo, Phoenix, you got me a little fucked up about that fish fry though. I'm still bugging out.
That's what our families did. Fridays, that's exactly what they did.
I know I need that in my life, like right now though. It's Friday and I don't got a fish fry. Like, God.
Well, once you get back on this side, I guarantee we'll make sure we have one. You'll love it.
On the West Coast. I know they do on the West Coast. You know what I mean? I've been workaholic, so I don't really be mingling like that. Oh, Terry. Hey, yo. Oh, shit. Terry Bow. That's my guy right there. Hey, Phoenix. Hey, yo. I got to get you on the line with that guy right there. Terry Bow. That's a good guy right there. Yeah. Well done. All right, so this situation of miscegenation. As a man, I value a woman's perspective on it. Phoenix, you know what you know. How do you view this subject matter of miscegenation? I'm just curious because we got all this shit going on right now. We got all this interracial blah blah blah. The propaganda is heavy right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, listen, like I said, you want to preserve your bloodline. Like, people can do whatever it is that they want to do, certainly, but I'm not here I wasn't here to be erased. Okay. So I expect my progenitors to make sure they keep our features. That's all. They keep our features. I don't know. I can't really. I have my personal opinion, and that's really not that important because people are free to do whatever it is they want. But for Phoenix, I'm sticking to my own. And that's
Phoenix,
just the end of that.
You are Empress, and from me to the rest of y'all.
I have people that's intermixed in my family, and I'll tell you the truth. I love them, and I'm not trading them. In fact, I'd keep them and trade some other motherfuckers that I know. So I mean, that's the best I can say.
It's a funky situation when it comes to miscegenation. And to each his own, of course. You know, thing is though, I just found it very interesting based on social engineering. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll put it like this. Let me put it like this real quick. So before foreigners arrived, we know that the foreigners documented what they saw when they arrived here. And yo, LL Lewis, Halito to you, much appreciation to your presence and all of that. You know, I just want to shout you out real quick for your presence. You know what I mean? Tracy, Black Conscious Fraud Committee, everybody, all of you. You know what I'm saying? It's 5 of y'all right now. I get to see it live. And I appreciate y'all. It's all good. All I'm saying is this. From what I'm aware of, there wasn't a lot of miscegenation taking place prior to foreigners arriving here, because the foreigners documented that, damn, this shit was paradise to them. It was a goddamn paradise when they arrived. When they came to America, it was beautiful. Everything was pristine. Everything was gorgeous. Then fast forward. We got these strategies of war that's being brought here as well. Usurpation.
Yeah, they had to in order to attach themselves to the land. And then they open the gates and start sending for their folks.
And this is why we was at war with them. While they was calling for reinforcements, what reinforcements can we call for? They was bringing in people from everywhere. I mean, yo, let's look at the map real quick. Let's look at the map. Let's look at the map. Let's look at the current world map. Okay. I'm gonna look up world map right now. World map. Oh fuck! Press the wrong button. World map. Here we go. Let's take a look at the world map. Okay, so can we get it bigger than that? Can we get it bigger? Fuck. Okay, fuck it. We're gonna open up over here. World map. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. This is the map in which they show. Now, I've seen other maps where America looked bigger. Like the Americas look big as fuck in comparison. However, on this map, it shows it as such. But let's just take this map in consideration here. When we have people coming from Russia, from all these places in Europe, all these places in Asia, as well as even Irish people from Australia, the Philippines and Taiwan and all of that, as well as Africa, coming to America. Who did we have to send out our boats? I mean, damn. Hold on. Hey, I don't mean to get on that subject matter. I'll probably get on the subject matter. But the Moors say that they navigated the seas. They said they did this and they did that. They went here and they went there. Quick question. When you saw that America was under attack based on your wisdom coming from Africa and Europe and all that kind of shit, how come you did not bring in reinforcements? That was one of my questions when I was a motherfucking kid. I was a teenager at least. Our American people have never gotten reinforcements when it comes to this miscegenation and usurpation. There is no reinforcements for us. We are our own reinforcements. Hey, Phoenix, how you feel about that?
I'm sorry, say that again.
How do you feel about our American people or our own reinforcements?
Well, we're supposed to have our militias. We're supposed to have a bunch of reinforcements. This is our shit. Everything has been transferred over. I won't even say seized. Motherfuckers gave it up smooth.
Whoa. You know the word transfer, that's a hell of a legal term, huh?
I don't know exactly.
I don't know exactly what we transferred over. I really don't know exactly what we transferred over because a purchase and a transfer are two different things in law from what I'm aware of, right? I mean, I'm just asking. Like,
yes.
I mean,
Acquiescence. Acquiescence, to me, it's the same thing.
As what? As what? Transfer?
Not as transfer, as given away. Let's use we're not going to use the lawful dictionary to do a transaction. How about that? Our transactions were null and void. They should be null and void because we were not willing participants in what exchange occurred. Let's just say that.
What they was talking about. I mean, like, like that's what I'm saying. When y'all get into your genealogy, okay? When y'all get into your genealogy, you're gonna see something. You may see that your people did not read nor write English, but they spoke the language.
It never says what language. It just says read or write. We don't know what the hell they was talking about. Read or write what?
You're right. I'm making an assumption there. My bad. I'm making an assumption. You're correct. You're very correct. Read or write. So I assumed the language of English. I assumed it. So now, based on my equation of reading and writing of English, our people was not reading English, nor were they writing English, but they spoke. And then fast forward, here it is in the 80s, we got some shit called Ebonics.
All right.
That's how I correlate things. So in my mind, if my people wasn't speaking and writing, they were speaking a certain way, but they wasn't writing and they wasn't reading, that means that somebody's saying some shit to you with a smile on their face. You're like, okay. They can be telling you anything.
Shaking your head. It's like, yep.
Yep, like it sounds all right. But meanwhile, on paper, it looks like what? Therefore comes the question of full disclosure. The question of the subject matter of full disclosure enters because there's a contract being made. What are we saying here? Transference. Indian land cannot be sold or bought. It can only be transferred.
That's right.
So if I made a verbal agreement with you and you said something and you also have some shit on paper that's different than what I said and agreed to, what does that make it? Null and void.
Breach of contract. That's right.
Breach of contract. Back to your point, Phoenix. And this is the shit that we got to deal with in regards to miscegenation and usurpation. Now, I can show y'all some additional elements of miscegenation and usurpation here in America. But what I want to focus on right now is the history. So we have Bharat/India. Names of India. Here we go. Names of India. The name of India is brand fucking new. Okay? The use of Bharat, Hindustan, or India is dependent on the context and language of conversation. That's what it says right here. In the second paragraph, the term appeared in Old English as early the 9th century and reemerged in modern English in the 17th century. Okay? So now, the name India is originally derived from the name of the river Sindhu, Indus River. Sindhu was the name of the river, but they said Indus River. Yo, the same shit they did over there, they brought that shit over here. We're talking about strategies of war. And it says right here, 4th century. Says right here, 4th century. 4th century. These motherfuckers did not arrive over here until what? The 15th century. They didn't get shit solidified as far as bringing in reinforcements until the 16th century. With more arriving in the 17th, 18th, 19th, and fast forward to where we are today, this is the 21st century. And now everybody's speaking the same goddamn way. But anyway, point of the matter is this. India is not India. Now, I don't trust Wikipedia as college professors don't trust Wikipedia. I went to college and I had a horrible experience.
Right.
It was whack as fuck. Oh, here it is right there. Look at that. Bharata was picked to be the name of the country of India in 1950. They said it backwards. India became India in 1950.
They started doing business August 15th, 1948.
There we have it. Doing business as India. Like, this is the kind of shit our people got to be aware of. So when y'all interact with them people that work in 7-Eleven, they be trying to talk shit. Talking about, I'm Indian. Motherfucker, you're Bharatian. You're Bharanian. You're one of the other motherfuckers.
No, they're Hindus.
Hindus, there we have it. But they're not Bharats though? Nah, Bharat is royal. Bharat is
depending on which region they're from, but they are typically Hindu on the census records in the United States. They were listed as Hindu.
And coolies.
The coolie trade, them and the Chinese are a part of the coolie trade, but typically that's what they would call them from Asia. It wasn't just limited to the Hindus or the Bharatis or the Chinese and Philippine. It wasn't just limited to one exclusive group of people.
But you know something beautiful about that statement right there that you just made? The Vatican viewed them as the Orientals. It was of the Orient. That kind of shit.
Right, and they all looked they all had a cocoa brown complexion, that's for sure.
That's fine.
They used to.
That's fine and dandy. But you know what, though? They engaged in corrupt practices, of which they carry to this day. From Africa, all right, from Africa to Hindustan or India, throughout Asia, as well as in Europe alone, okay? Like, you draw a circle around that motherfucker. Hey, yo, pedophilia is acceptable amongst those people, as well as bestiality. I'm really not trying to get on that subject matter, but I want to share the corruption that is commonplace amongst those people, at least since the 12th century. The last live video I did was on Who Are the Moors, and it said it in there that those people was engaged in various corrupt practices. Now, I have additional information.
Those would be your last cars.
Yo, who let the last cars live? Who let the last cars live? I mean, after all, the last cars was around some other people, right? Did Alexander the Great know the last cars? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, like, yo, they found it acceptable, this kind of behavior. Meanwhile, in the history of America, when you get into the real history of America, yo, our people slaughtered and fucked shit up if shit wasn't right. You see how people, quote unquote, riot today. But now, take a look at back in the day. When shit wasn't right amongst our people, we fucked shit up by default.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
If it's not right, we're going to address that wrong. And we're going to address that wrong in a very, very, let's say, stark and harsh manner. It's not of us to be like them. That's simple. So, like, yeah, I'm not trying to keep y'all time right now. I just wanted to break down definition of usurpation. Okay, let me run it back real quick. Usurp. To seize, and hold a position, office, power, etc., by force or without legal right. Legal right is the primary in this. I need y'all to know that. A Phoenix. Does that make sense to you? They don't have a legal right?
Does. Yes, it does.
They don't have a legal right?
They absolutely do. A lawful right. Never mind a legal right. You have a lawful right.
Our people do, right?
That's correct.
These other motherfuckers, though, hey, our people got to stop giving them a legal right.
The unlawful assumption of the use of property which belongs to another, an interruption or the disturbing a man in his right and possession. According to Lord Coke, there are two kinds of usurpation. When a stranger without right presents to a church and his clerk is admitted, and when a subject uses a franchise of the king without lawful authority. Government, the tyrannical assumption of the government by force contrary to and in violation of the Constitution of the country.
You see how important this is, people? These are words in which we all need to know. Your daughters and sons need to know this. Mothers and fathers, this is what I encourage you all to know. Do not allow anyone to usurp you. Now, in regards to miscegenation, I guess it's a matter of preference, but at the same time, though, when you look into the story of the Dravidians and the Aryans, you'll see how the Aryans usurped the Dravidians. Let me see if I have it here. This is an example here. The Aryans are foreign to the land. They're foreign. And as you see here, you got the people in the north, you got people in the south. Do you want to see this happen in America? Because guess what? Guess what? What do we know about some of the wars in America? It was the North against the South. The Union versus the Confederacy. Well, what did that consist of? What did that truly consist of? We have been dealing with revisionist history, and who hired those revisionists? Those revisers, rather. Who hired them? Who do they work for? Because it's our duty, in my opinion, for us to revise or to establish, rather, our own truth, our own history. It's not on the foreigners to tell us anything. It's for us to tell ourselves what the fuck has happened and what's going to happen. And that goes in the cow season is over. I'm not trying to take your time. I know it's Friday. Phoenix, do you have time for a few questions for the members in the chat? We got 6 people watching right now.
Well, yeah, quickly I do.
Okay. Hey, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot your questions. Feel free to shoot your questions. I'm looking at the Kelly. I'm gonna say Kelly McAlpin. I don't know much about your sex stories, Kelly. I don't really want to touch on your sex stories, all right? But anyway, on Facebook, there was a Hindu trying to use our culture to sell shoes. They called their company Red Chief Shoes in India while using the chief with our hairdresser as their logo. They're fraud wannabe Indians. Yo, you're correct. You're absolutely right, Kelly. You're absolutely right about that. Yes. And like Mr. Davis said previously, when our people want to be black and African American and all these foreign things, foreigners can claim what's ours with ease. You see how easy it is for those quote unquote Indians? They're brand new fucking, and they're 1950 Indians.
Right.
They're 1950 Indians. They wasn't known as Indian in fucking like prior to 1950.
They call themselves Hindu. Their religion is Hinduism. They are very exclusive to that.
My stories are news stories about relationships, not pornography. Okay, Kelly, I'm just saying, sex stories. Just my apologies, Kelly. I'm just my apologies to everyone listening. You know, I'm not saying it's about pornography. I'm just saying, like, you know, how it reads, it just looks strange. All right, like if it was Kelly relationship stories, that would be another equation. That's all I'm saying. Like, pardon me. Like, I have sex education. Oh shit! See, there you go. Sex education. All right. I'm just taking it. I'm just perceiving my perception. Is my perception. Okay. No offense to you, Kelly. No offense at all. I'm just saying. Like, I deal with Brandon. I deal with a lot of different subject matter, and consistency of communication is vital. And I'm not the best of communicators at all. By the way, I'll be honest with you about that. You know what I'm saying? So just to avoid confusion, I just want to put that disclosure out there. Disclaimer, if you will. Are there any other questions? I know it's Friday. Are y'all about to go be some good consumers on Friday? Or are you going to kill your TV? You're going to kill foreign media. Are you killing foreign media on Friday? Or are you about to be a good consumer on Friday? What you about to do on Friday, huh? It's 420. Are you about to pay foreigners for marijuana? Because I got some shit coming real soon. Do you know how much money foreigners are making off of marijuana right now? And that is an American crop. Just alone. Like, this is the kind of shit I deal with. Do you know how much money foreigners are making off of our American crops, such as marijuana alone? Do you know? Would you like to participate in that money? Would you like to fucking take control over what is yours? That's the kind of shit I'm into. Hey, Phoenix, question.
Yep.
Hey, yo, would you like to have a hand in the marijuana industry?
I might consider it.
Okay. Appreciate y'all. I consider it, definitely. Are you guys able to find ancestors in the 1700s? How did you find them? Hey, Phoenix, that's a question from LL Lewis. He's
Muster rolls, church records, land deeds. Depends on where you are too. Where your folks were at. Some states were a part of other states at different points in time. So, or one area was just called Virginia, would cover like Ohio, West Virginia, and other places that have different names now. So it's kind of hard to determine that. But I would always look in the wars. You want to check for the wars, and you always want to check the church records at that time and the colonial records for whatever colonizer was there.
All right. So this is what we're going to do real quick. Phoenix, in regards to what you just said, let's take a look at this. This is at Norfolk Public Library. I'm going to pull up the image for an example, okay? Now you see here the map shows certain locations. It says Virginia at the top. It says North Carolina under that, South Carolina under that, Georgia under that, and then it says Florida. Okay. Now you see Choctaws there. You see Cherokee there. You know, when you get into the details of the map. Okay. The thing is, though, this is one map. So when you're doing your research, you have to be thorough. You're going to have to be thorough. Because 1755, not the same thing that was happening in the 1800s. I'll show you an example.
Yeah, absolutely not. The territory was completely different.
Let's pull up a 1800s map real quick. 1800. You're going to click on, you're going to run a simple search of 1800. Okay. Virginia 1800. All right. Let's find, I want to use the word broadcasted map.
Okay, so what's this one here? Antique vintage maps, vintage map of Porter. I love the older maps. I just have an appreciation for them. Okay, so we're seeing the same map again, 1855, because that's 18th century. Okay.
1855. That's
No,
19th.
this is 1755 right here.
Oh, okay.
The one I just clicked on by mistake. It was okay. Here, what is this one? What's this one here? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this one. Okay, so this is 1607 here. And this is at UNC Chapel Hill, Florida and, pardon me, Virginia and Florida. That ET means and, if I'm saying it correctly. Phoenix.
Yeah. It was just the Carolinas at that point. So now you have your Spanish records. This is where the Spanish had control of the Carolinas, which included Virginia, Georgia, North and South Carolina. This would be even before that.
Yes. So when you're doing your research, you definitely want to be very thorough. The counties in which your people were in, listed on census records. You want to pay attention to those counties. You want to go into the history of those counties.
And also keep in mind, a lot of our people, it was a long time before they were enumerated. And the reason why is because they lived in such remote areas that them people was not coming up and down the mountains or over them hills to come and chop it up with some of our folks. They just wasn't with it. A lot of them was scared to death of our people.
Also, take into consideration what was then does not look like now. All right?
Right. That's right.
So, example, there was a lot more trees and a lot more animals, wild animals, and a bunch of wild Indians, our people, between all of that shit. The foreigners, they arrived on the coastline, things of that nature. And they encroached on the mainland. Slowly but surely, they did it. And when these people came out to take their census and all of that kind of shit, yes, like Phoenix just said, they were shook to death. They were shook to death. They was very uncomfortable. They were seeing land in which they're not familiar with. A few weeks ago,
Virginia has tons and tons and tons of history. Virginia has. I just opened up the chat and I see LL Lewis. And to answer you about Virginia, you're also going to look in North Carolina, especially like Norfolk. Norfolk is very rich. Jamestown, Charles City, Henrico County, Chesterfield, Mecklenburg County, very significant. Dinwiddie, Amherst, Bedford, very significant information. And it does show a lot of the ancestors' migratory patterns and where their families was. So you will absolutely get a mixture of different tribes, Chickahominy, Meherrin, Monacan, Powhatan, all of the Powhatan Confederation tribes, you'll see where they married, the families married together. There's specific names. You're going to see Turners, you're going to see Wrights, you're going to see Joneses, you're going to see just a bunch of the same names over and over again. And they all cohabitated in different places during different times, and I'm going to say that would be during probably specific wars and conflicts and beef with other Indians and the foreigners that they dealt with, and the things that we had to defend and be in defense of. So Virginia is very wealthy, even with the succession and with a lot of the records that have been burned. There is a lot of preserved documentation in Virginia and North Carolina.
You're asking a question about reads or read. Now, honestly, like for myself, I focused on my people and I took notes of, let's say, relatives that was close to our people, to my people, if you will. Reads, I did not really focus on reads, just to be honest with you. If you was to get into your genealogy, you may be able to determine who the reads are. You know what I'm saying? Myself, I am very focused in my studies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really deal with too many other people unless those people are relative to mine, just to be honest with you. I know our people are diverse. We have so many, like, when you get into the study of, let's say, the quote unquote Indian schools, for example, where here it is, you have some Christian missionaries, okay? These motherfuckers is foreign, and they are making schools, and in these schools, they were literally naming our youth. They was giving our youth names, English names, if you will, Latin names, English, Latin, whatever the fuck. It's foreign name, okay? And apparently, you have names such as, let's say a John Black, and a John Black. John is like so basic, but Black could be a reference to blacksmith. This is just an example here. Like, I'm not pulling up actual like text right now, but in African-American Facebook, our members have shared that kind of research. Now, I didn't go into that kind of depth of research. Like I said, I'm very focused. I've been very focused on my people. You know what I'm saying? And truth be told, I encourage you all to be focused on your people. Be focused on what your people were doing. Go through those census records, all right, while they are available. Currently, they are available. Go through those records. Get your records together. Because remember, those records are not on our private proprietary systems. It's on the foreigners' proprietary systems. There are things on government records and this, that, and the other. And the government, quote unquote, U.S. government, has to maintain law and order. Okay? So there is flexibility there. However, government is bought and sold every day. I mean, we see the world conditions right now. Government is bought and sold by factions within the government. All right. Now, I'm not really trying to jump out there like that, but I'm just saying what I'm saying. I deal with history in addition to the history of my people, and I'll encourage you all to do the same. You're interested, apply yourself, apply your initiative, be attentive to what's yours. And this is a part of Cowboy season is over. We cannot run from ourselves. We have to face ourselves. Ourselves includes our people's truth. Phoenix, would you like to add anything else?
No, that's about it. I have to help my mama shortly, and I thank you for inviting me on the show.
I appreciate you being available. Like, your presence is always appreciated. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely. Like, I want you and your peoples to enjoy yourself and have a great weekend. I don't do 420, but you know what I mean? Like, enjoy you how you enjoy you, that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people it's a holiday, others another day. But like, I value today and I appreciate your presence today.
That's right. That's right. All right. Chipisa la chica. And I'm waving feathers up to everybody else in the chat.
Word up. All right, y'all. We about to conclude right now. 7 of you that's present. Yo, much appreciation. Cowboy season is over. You know what I mean? We out of here. Y'all be good. Y'all enjoy yourselves.
Hey, Phoenix, much appreciation. We out.